Hello everyone, welcome to my stop on the Lawn Fawn fans summer YouTube hop. We have such an amazing lineup of crafters and their projects to inspire you as you hop along to each video. For those of you joining me for the first time, my name is Steph. I'm a card maker and paper crafter from Queensland, Australia. Before I show you today's project, I'm so excited to announce that for the first time, Lawn Fawn is sponsoring our hop. So there will be a giveaway. Keep watching for more info on that soon. So what are we making? This video is my 100th video tutorial on YouTube, a huge milestone for me and my channel. I thought we'd celebrate by bringing two of my favourite things together, Lawn Fawn and some 3D paper crafting using my Cricut. So we're making this adorable cake explosion box complete with my favourite little Lawn Fawn mice. You can find the link to where I purchased the SVG for this box on my blog. So first up, I got my Cricut to cut out all the pieces that I needed to make the box and the cake. Even though I'm doing a bit of a different project today with this cake, you could easily change it to do a 2D project like a card, using some dies to make the cake and still use all of the little mice and some other tricks that I'm going to show you. Or you could even use those adorable cake dies that Lawn Fawn has and cover them with little mice. What I'm doing here is simply using some distress inks that I've put on my mat and watered down with my paintbrush, and I'm sprinkling that all over this cream coloured cardstock. This is going to be my cake, and I'm hoping that all of these little colours will look like confetti sprinkles. Once they had a minute to dry, I simply put them together as per the instructions for the cake box. It was then time to start decorating the cake. So I'm using my fine tip glue applicator to put some PVA glue on these strips of paper, and I'm going to smooth that out to get the best coverage. I thought that this looked really cute as the filling of the cake, but I felt it looked a little bare. So I'm going to be doing something that I've seen some other crafters do recently that I have been very excited to give a go for myself, and that is using hot glue to decorate this. I purchased these adorable glitter glue sticks a while ago. I got them from Spotlight, but I've noticed that they're all over the internet. They're not too hard to come by and they are very cheap. So I'm going with some silver today. And here I am just trying to get all the old yellow glue out of my glue gun before I start applying the silver. I do have a couple of different colours like red, green and gold. It was a Christmas set, but I'm eyeing off some other ones online that would have been perfect for this project, like pink, peach, sparkly pink. They're all so cute. So what I'm going to do with this is simply, and very badly, pipe this around the edges. I like the look of this because it covered up the gaps from having the layers of cake glued together, and it's going to cover those gaps on the side as well. While it was still wet, I added some little star confetti to the sides. Once I had done the sides, I thought it would look good if I covered the top as well. It was now time to start folding up my box, and as you can see, I've used some of that adorable perfectly plaid paper by Lawn Fawn for the top of my box and to decorate the sides. I love this paper, particularly this rainbow one, because it's got so many colours in there. So I decided that all the colours in this box, the base, the colours that I colour in the mice and their party hats, they're all going to be based off the colours in this rainbow plaid. It just ties everything together really nicely. Once I had done all of that, I set this aside to dry. It was time to start stamping out all of my mice, and I got them from a bunch of sets, like Dandy Day, A Creature Was Stirring, I think there's one from Bubbles of Joy in here, the new Scoot and Buy set. There's so many of them. I just picked my favourites. I'm going to be stamping all of these twice so that they come out nice and bold and clear. I'm also stamping out some party hats. I have a few Lawn Fawn sets with different party hats in them. I think these ones were from the Scoot and Buy. It was then time to colour in these cute little creatures. I'm going to colour all my mice the same colour, so I probably won't show all of that. It does take a while to colour them all in. I like to do them in a light grey. I always use the same colouring technique as I find it is quick and effective. I use just two colours, a light one, then I do my shadows with a darker one, and then blend out with that lighter one again. It's not very detailed, but it's just enough to show that there's some shadow and dimension. As I mentioned before, I'm going to be using other colours that coordinate well with my plaid paper. While I'm colouring and I've got you here, let's talk quickly about this hop. If you've been watching my videos for a while now, You may have noticed that the Lawn Fawn fans group that I'm a part of do a hop every season, a little after the new release, so that we can decide if we want to incorporate the new products in our projects. Sometimes we just use older sets, which is great too because it means you might have everything you need to recreate the pieces we create to inspire you. Each hop so far has had a wonderful sponsor, and our sponsor for this hop hardly needs an introduction unless you're brand new around here. Lawn Fawn is a small Southern California based company. They create the cutest stamps, dies, and heaps of other products, and if you've had a decent look at my channel, it'll be beyond obvious that I am a huge fan. They are generously giving away a $25 gift voucher to their online store. All you need to do is comment below for an entry. Let us know where you're watching from. And for more entries, hop along to all the other videos in this hop and do the same. The link to the next stop on the hop will be in the description below. This giveaway is open internationally. So yay for my Aussie viewers, we're included in this one too. And the winner will be announced on the 25th of June. And speaking of Aussie viewers, I have a little something extra that I'd like to do for my 100th tutorial, so make sure you're getting those comments in down below. That's enough chatter for me. I'm gonna leave you with some music while I finish colouring in. Once I was done with all that colouring, I then went over my images with my Jelly Roll pen to add some white highlights. It was now time to start assembling my box. I should have used a different glue applicator for this, as this was a bit of space to cover, but I used some PVA glue down the bottom to stick it on. This is so that I could move it and reposition it if I wasn't happy with the placement on the first go. I also checked to make sure that there was plenty of room above the cake so that I could see how high I could put my mice in there. And here is a bunch of them all lined up ready to get their party hats on. When I put party hats on the mice, I always try to aim to cover the ear that's at the back. I just feel like it then, for some reason, lines up perfectly with the front of their face. It was now time to start adding all of these adorable little mice around the cake to create this party scene. this little guy was going to be poking up quite a bit above the cake, so I decided to stick a matching party hat on the back of him so that this looked good from all angles. I added some tiny presents with a little foam square on the back for a little bit of dimension down the bottom. Now to decorate the top of this box. So I'm using a stitched scallop circle, and I'm doing the same thing that I did with the confetti on the cake, using my distress inks watered down and sprinkling them over the top. I also add a little bit of my white gold watercolor pigment for a bit of sparkle. I used the new skinny tag die and cut that with my stitched scallop circle so that it fit perfectly on there, and that's what I'm going to stick my little sentiment on. Today I'm going with Let's Party, and this is from the much older Party Animal Lawn Fawn stamp set. I'm going to glue that into place using the stitch lines and the scallop as a guide so that it fits perfectly. I'm then going to make this little mouse hold a present. I'm going to add a bunch of foam squares to the back of him and stick him on top. I assembled the top of my box and then used some kids adhesive craft foam on the back of this scallop circle so that this would lift off the top, just giving this whole box heaps of dimension, heaps of fun things to look at. I glued that down and set it aside to dry. While there was already a lot going on the inside of this box, I felt like there was just something missing from all those pieces that open up. So I used the same distress inks to do the same rainbow flecks over a white piece of cardstock and cut them with one of the many stitched hearts that I have. I think this one is from one of my slimline sets. And I'm going to be stamping some sweet little sentiments on there. Have a nice day. You're awesome, woohoo. You are amazing. You're seriously the best. All of these, of course, aimed at you, who have helped me reach my 100 tutorials. I added some foam squares to the back of them and then stuck them on the inside. For one last final detail, because I don't have enough already, from the same set as the skinny tag, the stars and hearts, I cut a bunch of hearts and I'm just going to stick a couple in the same colour as the cake filling around the sides of the box, just so that no matter where you look at this box, there is something going on. And there we have it. This box is all decorated and ready to open up. And there we go, look at it when it opens. I just love that there is so much to look at in this. It is so exciting. All of these little mice are celebrating with us today. I'll leave you with some detailed video and photos of the finished product. Don't forget to hop along to the next stop, the link is in the description, and don't forget to hop along to all the videos and leave a comment so that you go in the draw for our Lawn Fawn gift card giveaway. Thank you so much for joining me today for my 100th tutorial video. I hope you'll subscribe and stick around for the next 100 and hopefully more. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!